Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ben Boeche Ice Arena in beautiful Midtown Anchorage, Alaska. Isaac Smolden, Danny Ramsey coming to you with the Army Air Force game here from the Ben. Danny, this is our third game this weekend, so it sounded like you got some rest. I watched the Avs-Pens game today, and now we're here for the game before the Wolverines game. How are you doing today? How are you feeling?
Feeling great, actually. I got a lot of sleep last night, and I've been looking forward to this Army Air Force. I've never actually been to one. I only have ever gone to the policeman fireman games over at the Selly. And we got a packed house here at the Ben, so I'm really looking forward to this game.
Yeah, sold out crowd. Glad that you guys are able to be with us via YouTube. If you need to reach out to the broadcast for any reason tonight, the email to do so is live@AnchorageWolverines.com. That's LIVE@AnchorageWolverines.com. So without knowing really anything about too many of the players here, Danny, what do you expect to see as far as the level of play is concerned?
Well, I think I feel like these guys practice a lot, maybe not get the game reps in, so maybe a little sloppy to start off, but immediately I'm on the Air Force side. I like their unis. They got those Tampa Bay Lightning pant covers, and they're looking fresh. So Air Force is my team tonight. I'm rooting for them.
You just already picked who you're going to homer for tonight?
Yep. Everyone who watches knows I'm a big-time homer, so Air Force, here we go, baby.
I know Mike is rooting for the Army right now. We're going to cut to Bob Lester doing our starting lineups. When we come back, the national anthem and the start of the first. So don't go anywhere. You're watching the Anchorage Wolverines live broadcast here with the Army Air Force game from the Ben.
Sergeant Bobby Dubinsky. Number 18, Staff Sergeant Randy Epper. Number 22, Staff Sergeant Sean Hogan. Number 24, Master Sergeant Bobby Venable. Number 27, Captain Jonathan Furlap. Number 29, Technical Sergeant Dustin Hayden. Number 31, First Lieutenant Neil Gottschall. Number 38, Senior Airman Ryan Held. Number 39, Technical Sergeant Derek Chapman. Number 45, Technical Sergeant Tyler Mendez. Number 47, Staff Sergeant Cale Cotto. Number 52, Major Jack Becker. Number 55, First Lieutenant Robert Monfort. Number 77, Staff Sergeant Tyler Hyatt. Number 88, Staff Sergeant Hayden McAlevey. The head coaches for the Air Force is Craig Zabel and assistant coach Jack Ward. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Army. They were told they could either have numbers or nicknames. They said, we'll go with nicknames. So here we go. For the Army, Ben Meat Piston 6 Cohen. Lance Late Bloomer Porto.
Army's a unit.
George Brigham Boone. Eric Blue Line Bomber Franklin. Daniel Shooter.
I need to see a fight.
Ben Tugboat Zalewski. Artem Showtime Sportum. Bambi Lakes Kyle.
They got the side.
Robert Matchbox 20 Thomas. Nicholas Canadian Broomstick Cormier. Jared Hold My Beer Funk. AJ Bottle Rocket Gazio. Ryan Puck Eater Leclerc. Aiden Dirty Q-Tip Boyce. Zach Tilly Time Morton. Nathan Floating Sandpacker Smoot. Dan Weed Whacker Gott. My favorite nickname, Ryan Skidmark Skidmore. And Lance Perfect Pass Putnam. The head coach for your Army team is U.S. Coast Guard Captain Mike I Only Sunk 3 Boats Burke. The English Wolverine Strangers are here tonight from Orthopedic Physicians, Alaska.
You got Tushy and
DJ Howard's playing your music tonight. I am your MC, Bob Lester. Thank you for coming tonight. Your referee this evening is Joe Stallone and Mr. Derek Scoggins. Your linesman, Mr. Mike Wetzel and Mr. Carl Reniger. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. We invite you to sing along and join us as we welcome the Army Color Guard to the ice, and singing our national anthem is Miss Cipriana Greniger.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the as always, please remain standing while the color guard is still on the ice. Thank you. You can still make noise for the color guard if you want to, folks. Who's ready for some hockey? Let's go!
Welcome back to the Ben Boeke in beautiful Midtown Anchorage, Alaska. Isaac Smolden joined by Danny Ramsey. Both teams fully introduced. The national anthem done, so we'll have the ceremonial puck drop, and then we're going to get started here for the first period. Danny, tail of the tape, you've got the Air Force guys all buttoned up, just straight line all the way across, those nice clean white uniforms, and then we've got the Army guys with all the nicknames just going up as one unit. I mean, man, intimidation right off the bat, like the wave coming towards you across from the other blue line.
Yeah, and I think the most intimidating thing is the skid mark. I mean, that guy holding the blue line for the Army team. I don't know where that nickname comes from, and I'm not sure if we want to know.
His last name is Skidmore. I mean,
Hey,
surely
Skidmark.
that's the primary reason, right?
Hey, you would hope so.
A lot more support in the stands, it seems like, for the boys in black tonight. A lot of Army fans up here.
The underdogs, Air Force, baby. Like you said, they're clean cut. They know what they're doing. They've been here before.
Between you and Mike, one of us will have to remain unbiased. I guess that'll be me. 20 minutes on the clock, getting set for the opening puck drop as the red carpet comes off the ice.
Isaac, I expect a rowdy one here tonight. I mean, this crowd, just in the lineup calls, you know, they're going nuts. So hopefully we get some big-time energy out of this game, and hopefully everyone has a good time tonight.
I'm wondering what all exactly is going to be allowed to go on down on the ice. I mean, how out of control is this thing going to get? They've got 4 officials out there. That's good to see, because if this one starts to get out of hand, it's going to be a melee out there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping for. I want to see some tough action here. These boys feel like they've been caged for a while and waiting for it, so hopefully they have a good time out there tonight.
Well, Cohen's going to take the face-off against McLevy, and already Army controlling the puck off the face-off. Quickly sent out of the zone by Air Force. Boone collecting it at the red line. Dumped back in by Cohen. Air Force will reverse back out to the neutral zone. It's going to be Venable down to the near side corner. Centering attempt right into the middle. Air Force controls it at the top of the circle. Shot on net, save made by the Army goaltender. Looks like it's Daniel Leedon starting in net tonight for Army. 3 goalies aside for each team right now, and now big hit over there in front of the Army benches. Cohen dumping it down, going for a change.
Yeah, that was a huge hit there, and maybe a penalty call. It was pretty, guy didn't have the puck, but I like the energy so far. And Air Force with a couple nice shots, and Army goalie making some big saves down there.
They'll have to see how much they're going to let them play. 19:08 left in the first period. A face-off down in the Air Force end.
So, Isaac, is this a full body contact game? Are they allowed to be checking
I have
like
to.
that?
I mean, I have to assume so.
You know, I see a couple players without shoulder pads on, so maybe those guys are looking to stay away from the glass, because this glass here is pretty firm.
No, who needs shoulder pads?
Yeah.
Dubinsky carrying it up the middle of the ice now and across the Army blue line. Puck tips down to the far side corner. Going back for it and collecting it is Schmidt, then turned back over to Dubinsky. A centering attempt goes wide. Bit of a check down low. Turned around. Another shot on net for Air Force. Army looking to send it up the far side wall. Kept in at the point now by the boys in white. Army again looking for a breakout pass. Dubinsky almost causing another change of possession down in the corner. Army trapped down behind their own goal line. Boyce is going to get to the puck. Looking to hit Porter on a breakup pass. Air Force recollects at the blue line, dumps it right back in, and Army pinned down in their own zone here early.
Yeah, and one thing I'm already noticing is a couple dull skate blades, I think. Maybe a couple have been sitting in the bag for quite a while, so gotta work out the kinks here early.
Air Force repossessing as they've held the zone once again. Shot towards the net, deflects wide. Hyatt coming down the near side wall. He takes a big hit up near the top of the circle. Both men slow to get up.
Yeah, and Hyatt, you know, he refs in the youth hockey, sometimes refs the Wolverines game, so it's kind of neat to see him play, and I never even knew he put the pads on, so it's a little different view here for us.
I think it's been a while since he's put the pads on. I was reffing with him a couple weeks ago. He's always around the rink.
77 with those lightning pant covers. Maybe not as tall or as good as Victor Hedman, but in spirit, maybe he's hoping.
He's definitely one of the more solid skaters on the Air Force team, getting all that practice out there officiating.
Oh, yeah.
Air Force has it back in the Army end once more. Sent to the middle of the ice and turned away by Army. Puck goes down to the far side corner. Battling for it there is Brown. Up to the point, lost in the skates, and stepping forward now. Here comes Army with the potential 2-on-1, poked away. Air Force comes back the other way. Brunner down the near side, shot way wide of the net, goes all the way back up to the point. McMillan gets it knocked past his stick. Plays broken up by the Air Force defense, however. Army will have to circle back towards their own end. It's Boone with the puck. He tips it forward. Now a shot, save by the Air Force goaltender, and here's some more pushing and shoving up near the crease. 16:31 left in the first.
Heck yeah, you gotta love to see it. Maybe just one of two shots there for the Army here early, and immediately pushing and shoving, like you said, and the intensity is definitely there. There's been a couple big bodies thrown around here so far, and a couple little cross checks after, so they're definitely chippy going right here.
First time Gottschall's really been challenged here in the opening period. Both teams with the 3 goaltenders, I have to assume they're going to be rotating through here one a period.
Isaac, I think there's going to be a fight before the 3-minute mark.
Man.
That's what I'm saying.
Before 3 minutes left?
Left in the first period, yep. I think someone's going to have a go because it's pretty chippy in here, and I think they're feeding off of the crowd here as well.
All right, place your prop bets live at AnchorageWolverines.com. Puck to the point, kept in there by Army. Cohen on the far side, sending it towards the middle of the ice. Venable back to one of his defensemen. The Air Force team breaking it out. Coming up the near side of the ice is Hogan on his forehand. Shot knocked aside there by Leiden.
Yeah, big save for the Army Tendy. He's had a couple nice ones so far tonight.
And there's another couple right in front. And man, again, here come the extracurriculars down near the bottom of the circle as guys are tying up once again. I see a couple smiles. I also see, definitely some animosity out there too. It's always interesting, right? Some of them out there looking for a good time, and some of them are into this game for sure.
Yeah, I want to know how friendly they are off the ice. Do they enjoy each other's company, or are they just battling all the time? So this is pretty cool to see here.
Army and Air Force guys enjoying each other's company. I don't know if that's a thing, Danny. That's a classic rivalry.
Yeah, let them have it. And everyone on YouTube who's chatting it up on the comments, keep it going. We're seeing it. We'll address it as we can, and hopefully you're enjoying the stream here in the game.
Passed around to the far side. Army looking to break it out. Dubinsky holding the line. Obviously a big name for Air Force. Again, one of their marquee players, the captain of the Air Force team.
Yeah, big name and a big body. Probably the biggest body on the ice here. Just a big old power forward.
Monfort trying to knock it down to the corner. He's going to get some help from Ferreira. Now to collect it is Army coming left to right across the screen. Ferreira turning it around in the neutral zone, dumping it back down deep. Up the near side wall now. Ferreira's going to keep it in at the blue once more. Sent off the glass. Hyatt knocking it out of the air with the glove. But now it's going to be poked forward. Army almost with a chance for a breakaway. Boone now has to recollect near the red line.
Yeah, and Army, they're getting some chances once they get over the red line, but they're really struggling on getting that puck out early in their zone. They're getting trapped there by Air Force F1. So Army's got to regroup and find a better way to get the puck out clean.
Nice pass there to Mo. Carrying it to the middle of the ice, knocked away from him. Here comes Air Force out the other direction. This one's going to be fired all the way down, and an icing call against Air Force with 14:27 remaining here in the first period.
Isaac, a super energetic game so far. I'm really enjoying it.
Taking a look at some of the players from Army, Dylan Brown, George Boone, and Ben Cohen. I believe all of them stationed here at J-Bear, just outside of Anchorage proper. Scrum developing down on the near side wall now.
And the fans eating that up.
Down to the corner. Looks like it's Cohen trying to dig it out of his skates. Pass to the far side. Shot never reaches the net. That play is broken up by the Air Force defense. Puck back to the middle. Loose on the near side and just narrowly sent away. And we're going to have a penalty coming up here against, I believe, looks like it might be Army.
Yeah, I believe it is, and it's a forechecking penalty. Was it a body check?
Body check. Okay, so that answers our question. There's no hitting.
Whoa, I don't know.
I'm kind of surprised because I've seen some hitting.
Yeah, just 6 minutes in here, I've seen quite a few big booms here. So
that one apparently a little too big.
Yeah, we'll have to see how Air Force's power play works out. I expected a lot of perimeter, maybe looking for just that one pretty pass, and hopefully for Army they can kill this penalty and come out of here 0-0.
Well, so far, skating-wise, it seems like Air Force is the better team, but Army has almost had more chances at this point, maybe a couple big saves by Leiden. Now, this gives Air Force a little more opportunity to work and kind of flex the skating, the crisper passing, maybe a chance to break the ice here early in the first.
Yeah.
Monfort on the point. Nice tip in front by Venable. Loose puck to the side, recollected by Venable over on the hash mark. He's knocked down into the corner. Air Force recollecting near side. It's going to be Hogan dropping to Monfort. Shot, save there by Venable. Rebound on the back door, and it goes in. They score. And who else but number 77, Tyler Hyatt.
Victor Hedman.
1-0 game for Air Force with 13:18 left. 1-for-1 on the power play tonight.
Hey, I think Army's going to be okay with that. It's a penalty on a big old hit down low, so I don't think they're going to take that one to heart too much. I think they're going to give their teammate a pat and say, keep throwing that body around. We'll try to kill that off next time for you. Just Air Force having a nice power play and Hyatt with a nice goal there.
Hyatt may not be up to the level of Victor Hedman, but he certainly is the Victor Hedman of this team.
Heck yeah, baby. I think he's even playing left-handed, isn't he?
I'll have to double check. Faceoff goes down to the Air Force end now. They're going to quickly clear past Boyce. This one's going to go all the way. No icing. They're going to say Boyce could have touched that one up. He circles around to the far side. Breakout pass broken up in the middle. Air Force a shot on net, turned aside by Leiden. Now Robinson a shot, gloved by Leiden, a stoppage with 12:49 remaining in the first period.
Yeah, Army getting peppered, but their goalie's doing a nice job of keeping that puck out of the back of the net. He's pretty square to the puck every time, not giving up many rebounds. And if you're Army, you just got to find a way to, maybe eat a shot or chip it off the boards and get that thing out, because Air Force is pinning it down a little bit.
Absolutely. Good job there by Thomas to break up that play. Army's going to look to break it up out of the zone. Unable to do side. And now here's a potential 3-on-2. Army coming down the far side. Shot just wide of the net.
I like the shot selection there. He's a big lefty with speed. Just ripping that puck. Just make sure you hit the net there. You never even had a chance to score if you're missing it.
Scrum up near the blue line. Knocked back down to the corner. Now a turnover in the middle of the ice, and coming back to poke it away was Jed Licky.
Yeah, a couple nice moves there right inside the blue. Just one too many, and Air Force gets the poke on it.
Here's a shot from the point. Glove save there by Gottschall. Couple guys tied up in front.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that every time, Isaac. I think if a player is crashing the net and getting within a couple feet of the goalie, I think there's going to be some pushing and shoving.
Frankowitz, the shooter from the point there. It's a decent little slap shot. Now here's one from the far side that goes just up over the net.
Yeah, that was a really nice offensive zone face-off there. They win it back, and they do tic-tac-bang, a slap shot just over the net there.
Mendez dumping it down to the far side corner, recollected by Army. Looking to skate it up out of the zone now, circling back around with it, however, is one of the Air Force forwards. It's tied up at the blue line, and now an offsides call against the Air Force.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to get that deep, and linesman just calling it off. But everyone will take that. Air Force getting some fresh bodies out, and we got the goal scorer back out for Air Force. Hyatt holding the blue here.
Dubinsky losing the face-off. Army coming back the other way. Thrown back to the Air Force defense. Thrown back up the other way by Monfort. Boone's going to pick it up for the boys in black, and now pass back to the defense. Bit of a miscommunication here by Army.
Or a trick play. Puck gets right out.
Think that one's designed?
I doubt it, but we'll say it was.
Puck knocked into the corner by Monfort now. Going down there to battle on the forecheck is Army. Sent up the near side wall. Boone breaks up the play from Dubinsky. Gott gets the puck. Boone again stopping the play, and now he's going to go for a change. Hyatt has the puck. Slows down, now he streaks in the near side. Shot saved there by Army goaltender Daniel Leiden. A stoppage with 10:33 left in the first period.
Yeah, really nice job there. Hyatt was coming down that left side with some speed and rips that puck. A nice rebound to Air Force, and another nice save by the Army goalie. He's been peppered here early, and he's doing a nice job to keep this game at 1-zip.
Face-off, won by Air Force. They've been good in the drop tonight, and now big hit right in front of the boards. We're going to have a penalty coming up, and it might be here.
I think it's going to be an elbow there.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be up against Air Force, but it'll actually, they didn't blow the whistle until the shot went on net. This looks like it'll be Army heading to the box.
Wow, that's an odd one, but refs there down there watching. I called it a rough. Army is rough right now. They're really finishing every hit for a game with no body checking. They're pretty nasty out there. I like to see it.
Skidmore to the box. Air Force back on the power play. They're 1 for 1 so far on the night. Far side, Hogan there to collect in the corner. He's tied up.
Skidmore or Skidmark?
Well, it's Skidmore, right?
Yeah.
That's what I heard from Bob Lester before the game.
We love Bob.
Passed into the middle. Hyatt, the lone goal scorer so far here this afternoon. Now he sauces one back across near side for Hogan. Hogan hangs onto it. Shot knocked aside. McLeavy behind the net. Wraparound chance and a big save there by Leedon. Puck down low. Air Force again with possession. Hogan with it, near side, off the pass. Holds onto it all the way to the point. Looking to drop it off to Monfort. He throws one on the backhand across to the far side. No one there. Army able to clear out to the neutral zone. Venable stopping with it. Turns around quickly. A 3-on-1 for Air Force. To the far side. Shot save by Leedon. He'll hang on. 9:26 remaining in the opening frame.
Yeah, really nice save. It was a 3-on-1 fast break, and Air Force coming down that right side. That player decides to just put that puck on net on that 3-on-1, and Army goalie making a nice save there and getting the whistle.
So Dubinsky to take the face-off for Air Force up against Mo. Army looking to clear. Monfort keeps it in at the point, however. Puck down low to Dubinsky. Has it on his backhand. Wheels to the top of the circle. Pass to Monfort. Shot knocked aside by Leedon.
Yeah, and a couple bodies in front there. That puck had some eyes getting there all the way to the net.
Monfort, a shot from the point blocked. Recollected by Ferreria, however. Another big shot block, and now it's banged home. Air Force scores again. Loose puck in the middle of the ice, and it's knocked in by, I believe, Ferreria. With 9:01 remaining, Danny, Air Force has taken a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, they have. Both on the power play. Unfortunate for Army, you know, one of them being a checking penalty and one a rough. So Army's got the rough stuff going, and it's unfortunately it's set them down 2 goals. You know, Air Force capitalizing on both power plays, but it was a really good play on Air Force's part. Good awareness by the goal scorer there to put that puck in the back of the net.
The Broad Street Bullies thing, you know, it works, but it works better when you play more than one game in a season.
For sure.
You have to give them a couple games to develop the Philly flu. You can't just jump to it game one, unfortunately.
Yeah, but good news is, you know, we're only 10 minutes, a little over halfway into this game, so there's a ton of time left for both teams. I think Army may be feeling everything out a little more, but they've had their chances. I mean, they need to focus on hitting the net a little bit. They've had a couple missing high and wide.
Good dump there by Boone, picked up down low by Army, but a turnover in the middle. Kept in at the point. Coming back to defend was Gott. Porter collides with a man down low. Puck to the point. Boone shot. This one's up over the net. Around to the far side and chipped out by Air Force.
Here's going for that little rainbow shot, the up and down, baby.
Save here by Leedon, deflects into the corner. Sent down low. Rings around to the far side. Army looking for a breakout pass as Porter was coming through the middle of the ice. And now it's going to be waved off. They're going to say Held could have got to that one. So Army will get a line change. Air Force with the puck in their own end. Long pass up the far side through the middle of the ice. Boyce steps up, lays a big hit on Sunby. I'm telling you what, this game is super physical for a no-check league.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty exciting to see, and the crowd loves it. Oh, there's a huge one there. Sunby comes in, not even looking at the puck, and just decks the Army player.
Yeah, it looks like it's Orton who was on the receiving end of that. He pops up, he's smiling, happy he drew the penalty there. Yeah, that was a big one. It was going back and forth, and then that's just, the refs are like, oh, we'll let it go, let it go. Nope, not after that one.
Isaac, we're about 4 minutes away from my fight here. You know, it's coming. I feel it, especially with that. So Army now, they get a chance on the power play. Hopefully they can make up for one of these goals, you know.
Yeah, their first opportunity of the night, but Venable, an early breakout. He's going to race down the far side, carrying it in, and just like that, the Army power play expires. It's going to go to 4-on-4 hockey after a pretty cut and dry trip. Sends Venable crashing to the ice on the far side.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, Army won the face-off. They just tried to go up to that D-man. Air Force pokes it, and it's a one-on-one break. And Unfortunately, Army has to take a penalty there. And now with this 4-on-4 play and the way Air Force moves the puck, I think they might be a little better off with all this open ice.
This one's won by Army, sent off the glass and out. Racing down the ice is Thomas, behind the goal line. Out of the net to play it was Gottschall. It'll leave back out to the neutral zone. A pass intended near side for Thomas, broken up in the middle of the ice. Venable chipping it back. Slap shot from the point wide of the net. Puck rings around up to Hogan. Hogan throwing one towards the middle of the ice. Play's broken up. It's flipped up and out of the zone. Venable getting a hand on it. Now turned over. Here comes in Army with a 2-on-1 chip to the far side. Hogan not there in time. Loose puck into the middle. Knocked aside by Gottschall. Now we have a penalty coming up, and this one will fall against Air Force. It'll be 4-on-3 with 6:59 now left in the first period.
Yeah, that Air Force guy just holding that Army player out from in front of the net. He didn't want him having anything, and maybe prevented a goal there if Orton could have got a stick on the ice for that rebound that was right there hanging out in the slot. So probably a good penalty to take for Air Force.
So Army lots of room to work with now on the 4-on-3 face-off. One back by Air Force. Mo aggressive on the forecheck though, and this one's finally going to be covered by Gottschall on the side of the net. A quick stoppage. 1:08 left in the first penalty against Sundby. 1:16 in the penalty against Boone, I thought it was for Army, and then Venable in the box for another minute 53.
Isaac, you think Army's going to pop one here on this 4-on-3?
Well, I think if you're Army going here into the second period, this is going to be maybe your best chance of the frame to get this back to a one-goal game. You have to be aggressive and you have to pressure them, especially early in this power play when you've got all of this open ice.
Yeah, I agree, and they need the momentum change here.
McLevy, however, turning it over, almost stepping it through the legs of Cruz. Army will turn it the other way, though. Chipped up to the point. Zaliski shot down in front of the net. Loose puck knocked away from Hyan. He'll get it back. Slap one all the way back down the ice. Kill some more time off all three penalties. 6 minutes left in the first period. In the corner, Porter will pick it up. Stretch pass up to Smoot. On his forehand, a shot narrowly knocked aside by Gottschall.
Yeah, I think that just hit his stick there. Nice little stick save.
Another nice save from Gottschall. Now loose puck in front. Porter was on the back door, knocked away from him. Cleared down the ice by Air Force. Penalty against Sundby is going to expire.
Yeah, Air Force getting a big clear there after Army had a couple chances and a couple rebounds, so good job on Air Force.
And now Boone is also coming out of the box, so we're 5-on-4 for 33 more seconds. Sent all the way down by Air Force. This one's on net. Force is leading to knock it aside. Army circling around, coming back up on the ice. Maybe one last chance for a power play goal as it's sent up over the net and cleared quickly out by Air Force. Racing for it now and picked up down in the corner. Shot off the side of the net. Repossessed by Army.
Yeah, nice fast break there. At one end, you know, Army misses the net, and at the other, we get a little one-on-one action.
There's a nice glove save from Gottschall, knocking it aside. Cohen coming off the bench, going to be forced to go back for the puck. Boyce picks it up. He re-enters the offensive zone. Venable coming back, knocking the puck off of his stick. Jedlicki back on his forehand. Now he'll come up the middle of the ice. Pressured from behind by Cohen. Knocked all the way in by Ferreira.
Isaac, a little frustration on Army's side. I just watched number 3, Thomas, head to the bench and slam that stick into a couple pieces. So I'm not sure what happened on that shift, but he's not happy about it.
We're going to have a penalty coming up against Air Force now as steering one of the Army players in from behind. Looks like it might have been Robinson. That one was, not really a hard contact. I mean, he definitely had him come in from behind, but the call's going to be interference, so they're going to say didn't have a clear chance to play that puck. Robinson in the box, and Army back on the power play with 4:19 left in the first period.
Yeah, and they're needing something. They had a couple chances on the last 4-on-3 and 5-on-4, and they need to get pucks to the net and get bodies there because this goalie's spitting out a couple rebounds.
So with the broken stick, does the military foot that bill? Are they paying for sticks? Because that's a better deal than what I got playing juniors.
Yeah, that's facts. For his sake, I'm hoping, because that's $300 if not.
Sent all the way down the ice, and it's going to be an icing call against Army, coming back to their defensive zone with 3:59 left in the period.
I think the last thing he cares about is his stick anyway. He just wants the Army to get on the board here, and he's getting into it. He's obviously frustrated. Hopefully his little chip on his shoulder and can get Army on the board.
Yeah, and Leedon's had to make a couple big saves for Army, but Gottschall's done a great job, especially late in the period, keeping this a 2-goal game, especially with that glove side. He hasn't been able to catch a ton, but he's knocked everything aside, and there were some tough angled shots in there.
Yeah, this game's starting to even out a little bit. I think Army's doing a nice job of getting the puck in the zone and getting their chances. They just haven't been able to get one by, but it'll come soon. They're doing a nice job, and like you said, in the first half, Air Force was pretty dominant there.
Good kill so far from Air Force. 1:15 remaining in the penalty against Robinson. Turnover at the blue line, carrying it down, and a shot and a goal from number 27 on the Air Force. That looks like it is Ferlet.
And that's the announcer's jinx. I was just saying how nice of a job Army's doing, and then they get beat there and to make this game 3-0. So sorry everyone watching, all you Army fans. That one's on me.
Hyatt out on the ice again there. He's picking up a decent plus-minus so far tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be proud of that. You know, the assistant captain, he's always looking for those pluses.
One back by Air Force. They remain short-handed. A minute left in the penalty against Robinson. Long pass out through the middle of the ice. Army repossessing. Coming into the zone is Cohen. Cohen up near the blue line, into the middle, and a shot deflects off a couple players' pads. Hyatt gets it, throws it back up to the point. Now into the middle. Another shot, and it goes in. They score! Army gets on the board. It's going to be Skidmore getting the first one for the boys in black. 2:58 left in the first period, and Army with a power play goal.
Oh, baby, that's a huge goal for Army. They had a nice offensive couple chances there, and Air Force goalie made some huge saves, but Army just kept peppering shots on net up from the blue line and just so happens to find the back of the net. Really nice job to get on the board here.
Dubinsky, a center ice face-off against Cohen. It's now a 2-goal game once again. 3-1 the score as we approach the end of the first period, under 3 to play. No icing. They're going to say it was tipped down. Hyatt taking a minus there. You hate to see it.
Yeah, but it's another announcer's jinx, but Air Force coach is not thinking that puck was tipped. They were looking for an icing.
Ooh, big blocked shot right in the middle of the ice by Army, and now a loose puck goes through. Moving out of the net is Gottschall. He pokes it up to the side, and Air Force getting back in time to clear that one away. Dangerous chance there for Army.
Oh, I love to see it. That goalie in net for Air Force looking to get in on that action, and he does a nice job of beating the Army player to the puck there and poking it free.
Ferreira down to the far side corner. Shot goes wide. It'll come up the near side wall. Trying to hold it in where the Air Force D-core. Mo going back for it. Doesn't make it there in time. Air Force the other way. Dubinsky flipping one on net, and it's just going to be held by Leedon. 1:57 remaining in the frame.
Isaac, a really nice game so far. A lot of energy. What do you think about it? It's pretty fun for us to do, and I hope everyone's enjoying watching, and I think everyone here at the Ben is for sure enjoying themselves. It's pretty rowdy.
Yeah, and honestly, the pace of play has picked up a lot, even from the beginning of the period here. Nice block shot there as Jed Licky was trying to get one through from the point. I mean, you can see the rust a little bit in that first 10 minutes, and everyone trying to figure out what the pace of the play is going to be. There's a nice save from Leedon, 1:45 left. But yeah, here in the last 10 minutes, it's really picked up. You're seeing the passes are connecting more. Players, maybe a couple less spills. There's definitely a lot of
yeah, I agree. I think it's
falling down.
Cleaned up a lot since the 10-minute mark here, and both teams are playing some real nice hockey right now.
Army almost with a chance for a break. And now they will get a 2-on-1 as Porter comes down the near side on the back check, though. And now we are going to have a stoppage in play. Looks like that.
Not sure what it was.
I think that one was offsides. Porter tied up with there by number 12 of the Air Force team. That's Brunner.
Yeah, and that was a big back check there by Air Force. You know, it was a potential 2-on-1 for Army, so way to bury your head and get back on that one.
Scheith back behind the goal line, sending it near side for his defensive partner. Sundry trying to clear, unable to do so. And you know, Danny, 3 out of the 4 goals scored here in the first period have come on the power play. And like we've been saying, with things being how chippy they are. And now here's a chance for Army, barely knocked aside. It's going to be blown dead. Looks like the net may have come off its moorings. 1:07 left in the first period. With how chippy it's been, special teams and discipline here is going to be a major factor moving forward through the second and third period.
Yeah, and a factor pretty much every night with our Wolverines squad. So it's kind of cool to see the Army and Air Force having the same key aspects of their game. You know, it's really huge. And like you said, 3 power play goals. You're going to want to stay out of the box in this one.
Well, don't forget, if you are in the Anchorage area, 7 o'clock, the final game between the Anchorage Wolverines and the Chippewa Steel. As things continue to tighten in the Midwest Division, Air Force down the near side, a shot goes just wide. 2 games so far this weekend. Anchorage losing in a shootout on Thursday night. They win in convincing fashion 5-1 last night. Big 2 points on the line, not only for Anchorage, but everyone else in the Midwest Division, as no team has clinched a playoff spot yet. Everyone from the first to the 6th place team still valid. Here's a big hit. It's by the linesman, though, on Gatto. Levels Gatto to the ground.
Yeah, linesman just holding his ground there on the red line, and Air Force player getting knocked over.
Nice move by Cohen. He slips it through his legs. A slap shot knocked aside by Gottschall. From the point, back into the middle, Venable will pick it up. 15 seconds remaining in the first. And this is going to be another penalty against Air Force, but it's for too many men on the ice.
Yeah, and that's one you don't want to see. For a second, there's 6 players out there for just a couple seconds, and Scoggins caught it, and the right call. So if Army doesn't get the power play goal here in this 12 seconds, they're going to come out in the second period with some fresh ice and get right to it.
Scoggins, just like you and me, I'm assuming he's just getting warmed up for tonight's game.
Yeah, long day of hockey here for all the Wolverine staff, security, everybody, the officials. So it's a fun one. Nothing I'd rather be doing on a Saturday night.
At least Scoggins gets to line tomorrow night. He doesn't have to rest 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Air Force dumping it down early on the kill. 3 seconds remaining in the first period, and Army coming back in 3-on-2, but time will expire on the first period with the score 3-1 in favor of Air Force. When we come back, some of our first period stats and analysis, and then the drop of the puck for the second period, so don't go anywhere. You're watching the Anchorage Wolverines live broadcast here from the Bend, covering the Army Air Force game. Your score again after 1 is Air Force 3, Army 1.
I'm Everett Fitzhugh, and this is Sightseeing with Fitz.
I was staying by the moon, looking down on everything I never knew.
Oh my goodness! Wow!
This is gorgeous. Look at this. I've never seen anything like this. This is the most beautiful thing, most beautiful place I've ever been to. So beautiful.
Hey, I'm Everett, and I'm currently standing on Flat Top Mountain overlooking the gorgeous city of Anchorage, Alaska. And we're here because all of this is Kraken country, as we have the largest market in the NHL, and the great state of Alaska is part of that market. Anchorage is a hockey town. It's cold, it's full of ice. I tried my hand at skating on some of Alaska's raw and rugged pond ice, and well... Oh, that was fun. I'm okay. I'm okay, we're good. Woo! Yeah, but the locals here know how to skate a lot better than I do, and it's no wonder why. Many of them have built rinks right in their own backyards, so they can play all the hockey they want at any hour of the day.
This is Kraken country. You have outdoor rinks, outdoor hockey, the game, the way it was supposed to be played right here in the Seattle Kraken backyard. This is remarkable.
That's hockey, baby. Well done. Good job, guys. Good job, guys. Sightseeing with this! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Twice now, I've mentioned Kraken territory includes Alaska. But what do Alaskans think about that? I met up with some key hockey community members to hear their thoughts.
Well, I think Seattle getting an NHL team is fantastic. You know, it's great for the Pacific Northwest. It's great for Alaska. That will become our home team and our team that we get to root for.
Everyone here, I think, in the hockey community is excited to have the Kraken starting up this fall. You know, it'll be fun, and you'll see a lot of Anchorage people in the stands.
When Seattle announced that they were going to be the next NHL expansion team, I am a Seattle Kraken fan, 100%. Alaska Airlines has always had great, fares for Alaskans. It's very easy for us to get down to Seattle.
Everyone I met has so much passion for the sport of hockey, and a lot of that passion stems from the University of Alaska Anchorage Seawolves team.
The game has exploded up here, and it's because of Seawolf hockey that caused that explosion.
How important is UAA hockey to Anchorage, to the state, and what do they bring to this community?
I think they bring so much. It's hard to put any kind of value on it.
Well, I think this team means it gives the community an identity.
There weren't that many kids playing when that program started. Same thing in Fairbanks. Same thing.
Hockey is ingrained into the fabric of Anchorage. Every level of the sport is full of energy and enthusiasm. And we at the Kraken are proud to partner with Save Our Seawolves, who are working to preserve UAA's historic hockey program. I was interested in what Kathy had to say about Fairbanks. So after a couple of months back home in Seattle, I told my friends at Alaska Airlines we were heading back. But this time, we'd fly a few hundred miles further north to the subarctic city of Fairbanks. I saw a bald eagle in person for the first time in my life, no joke. That was awesome. So it is 12:05, if you don't believe me, right there. 12:05 a.m. It's midnight. I mean, this is the land of the midnight sun. So we're in Fairbanks, Alaska right now, and we are getting set to explore this amazing city. We're gonna meet some cool people, we're gonna see some great places, and of course, we're gonna talk some hockey. Let's go. This is the Carlson Center, home to the University of Alaska Fairbanks hockey team, the Nanooks. On the left there is Eric Largent, head coach. And behind us, you can see proudly hung banners of their most successful players. And this, well, this is their locker room.
When you guys heard that the NHL's coming to Seattle, short flight away, essentially your backyard, what were you thinking?
I think it's really neat for kids to be able to grow up dreaming to be Ice Dogs and then Nanooks and now Kraken, right? Like that's what it's all about.
Those Ice Dogs Coach Largent mentioned, well, they're the Fairbanks junior team, and they play here at the Big Dipper Ice Arena.
This is in my opinion, the pride and joy of Fairbanks, Alaska, right here, the Big Dipper. Yeah.
I met up with their GM, Rob Proffitt, who has seen Fairbanks and Alaska's passion for hockey firsthand.
I think the Pacific Northwest has been starving for something. And when you say Seattle, that just resonates because every flight when you leave here has got to go through Seattle basically, right? So it resonates with kids probably when they're young, you know?
The impact of Kraken hockey is going to spread far and wide. I cannot wait to welcome Alaskans to Climate Pledge Arena when we drop the puck.
Yeah, don't put the camera down. Everywhere you go here, there's, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, that's awesome. Like, yeah, don't put the camera down.
So we switched locales. We're no longer in Fairbanks anymore. We're in Anchorage, Alaska. Getting ready to go on a fun little, well, I won't spoil the surprise for you, but my heart's pounding pretty fast right now, I'll tell you that. Oh boy. Where is it? Okay, so I'm here with my man Piper right now, and as you can tell, we're about to get into some pretty interesting stuff. So just tell us what we're about to do. Why am I dressed like this?
Yeah, man, we're about to go kayaking through into Bear Glacier Lagoon, and it's a pretty special, pretty unique place. We got some icebergs out there. Close.
Wait, icebergs? Like actual floating icebergs?
Like floating icebergs. Yeah, this place is chock-a-block full with them.
What have we gotten ourselves into? This is going to be a lot of fun.
So basically, we're gonna jump in some of these kayaks.
Okay.
We're gonna paddle into that fog, right over towards those giant icebergs.
Ah, okay.
As far as I know, none of these boats have been taken out by a Kraken before.
That was my next question. I mean, we're gonna find the Kraken out there, right? The Kraken lives in these waters.
I can hardly begin to describe the beauty we were surrounded by in Bear Glacier Lagoon. But at the same time, I had to remember a lot of this is the result of climate change.
I love paddling through icebergs, but these icebergs came from the glacier, and this glacier is retreating at an unprecedented rate. So we're losing almost a mile of this glacier every year.
Our guide Piper gave me a lot to think about as I wove my way through the thousands of floating icebergs. And despite the thickening fog around us, my mind gained clarity on why Alaska is so important to us. It goes deeper than the icy blue waters which match our logo. It's our innate connection to this community that shares the same passion for our game. And it's the realization that our actions, every single one of ours, have an impact on the planet. I'm thankful to be part of a team working hard to minimize our carbon footprint, from our partners at Bristol Bay Native Corporation to Climate Pledge Arena. Thank you, Alaska, for this incredible journey. We're proud to call the last frontier Kraken Country. I'll see you next time on Sightseeing with Fitz.
Welcome back to the Ben Wilkie Ice Arena in beautiful Midtown Anchorage, Alaska. Isaac Smolden joined by Danny Reese. Danny, after one period of play, it's Air Force 3, Army 1. What are you seeing after 20?
Well, initially I thought Air Force was going to run away with it, but Army's really evened it out a little bit. I know the score is 3-1, but Army had a strong second half to that game. And starting this second period, a minute 49 on the power play is going to be huge, especially with the way 3 power play goals in tonight's game. So those special teams are huge tonight.
Yeah, Air Force with 3 unanswered goals there in the first period. The first one went to Tyler Hyatt, his first of the night, but then the next 2 both going to Furlet. And Danny, 2 out of the 3 Air Force goals scored on the power play. Army striking back late in the first period. The goal coming from Skidmore to make it a 3-1 game. That goal also on the power play. Discipline definitely going to be the key to the night moving forward.
Yeah, well, I'm curious to see if things are going to tone down a little bit in the hitting department. We saw a couple body checks and interferences and only 1 penalty with too many men on the ice, which wasn't a physical one, you know. So I wonder if they're going to keep that same intensity or maybe smooth it out a little bit and try to play a little more clean of a hockey game.
I mean, let's be honest. I don't think anyone here is rooting for the physicality to be toned down at all. It's been loud here at the Bend for both sides. Army making maybe a little bit of a better show, and they are, when that first goal was scored for Army, they were all over it. Just the whole fans, like the whole section behind us just erupting all at once.
Yeah, that Army group is tough out there. They're definitely finishing every hit, whether it's open ice, on the boards, wherever it may be, and almost hit the goalie here when Air Force is playing the puck. So they're relentless, and I think, like you said, I think they're going to stay with it and keep that chippiness level up.
6 shots for Army. Gottschall making 5 out of 6 saves, 19 for Air Force, and Daniel Leiden made 16 out of 19. We'll see both goalies now switch, as like we said, each team with 3 goalies. So I have to assume at least that they're going to sub in someone else. But I thought both goalies from the first period, they played fairly well.
Yeah, Isaac, I agree, and it's actually going to be a huge, is that Army's best goalie? Is it their worst goalie? Did he have a great game first period? It's going to come down to it because 19 shots for Air Force. I'm not sure if they'll get that again in the second period, but both goalies coming in cold here to start the second period. They're going to have a nice little warm-up, whether that's outside perimeter shots, whatever it may be, try to cover that puck early.
Army will start the period on the power play, 1 minute and 49 seconds to operate. We're about 5 minutes away from the start of the second, so don't go anywhere. You're watching the Anchorage Wolverines live broadcast covering the Army Air Force game here from the Bend. Your score again after 1, Air Force 3, Army 1. Welcome back to the Anchorage Wolverines live broadcast here from the Bend. Isaac Smolden and Danny Ramsey covering the Army Air Force game here this afternoon in beautiful Midtown Anchorage, Alaska. After one period of play, Air Force is up by a score of 3-1 over Army. 20 minutes on the clock as we're getting set to return to play. And Gottschall going down to the near side to play in that Air Force net. So looks like we're going to have the same goaltender in, at least for the boys in white.
Okay, something a little unexpected. Do you know if this is the same Army goalie?
Yeah, it's Leiden going down for Army too. So
all right.
Apparently both teams really liking what they saw out of their starting netminders.
Yeah, big performance from both. I mean, I know Air Force goalie only had to make 5 saves, but they were good ones. I mean, he gave up a few rebounds, and Army's got to realize that and get some bodies down low.
Crowd definitely into it here at the Bend. Army huddled up near their own bench.
Yeah, I wonder in this intermission if Army was going over any set power plays. You know, I'm not sure what their game plan is, what their coach is saying over there, but this is a big $150 here to start this period on clean ice, and hopefully they can get to within 1.
Venable taking the face-off for Air Force. It's going to be won back by Army, however. Cohen sending it back to Boone on defense, and now a one-touch pass intended for Cohen, intercepted by Venable. Shot knocked aside there by Leiden. He'll hang on. Early stoppage, 19:48 remaining.
Yeah, testy little shot there from the blue. Takes an awkward little bounce, but Army goalie doing a nice job to calm that down and get the whistle.
Face-off again, won by Army. Thrown up the near side wall at the point. Held by the Air Force defense. Now a possible 3-on-2 for Army, but picking it up and sending it all the way down is Scheisse. Boone to recollect at the goal line.
Yeah, nice play by Air Force to get that all the way down and kill a couple more seconds off this penalty kill.
Dumped into the zone. Quickly sent the other way by Air Force once again as Leiden knocks it aside. Hogan pressuring on an aggressive forecheck here for the PK. The far side, him and Boone get tied up. 2-on-2 scrum near the top of the circle. A minute killed off of the Air Force penalty so far. Both teams continuing to battle. A little bit.
Not much yet. Air Force doing a nice job to eat all this time off the clock.
Here comes Army the other way, though. Across the blue line, far side, shot blocked by Monfort. Up the near side wall and all the way down. Army not able to hang on to possession there. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Cotto sitting in the box for the team in white. Boone across the blue line on his forehand. Shot knocked aside, and a rebound gets deflected up over the net. Now Bound going to throw one. It's deflected wide. Here, a chance for Air Force. Iced all the way down. Leiden out to play the puck, and then chipped away by Air Force. Aggressive forecheck there for the team in white, going left to right across the screen. Now a shot on net, and this one's going to be held on to by Gottschall. A stoppage with 18:10 left in the second. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey.
Yeah, one extra little jab there on the Air Force goalie after the whistle, and I don't think the Air Force players quite like that. I saw a little talking down there, and I expect some pushing and shoving the next time that happens.
Air Force getting the change now. Looks like it's Dubinsky taking the face-off against Moe. One to the side by Air Force. Here they come out to the neutral zone. Ferreira chipping it down far side. Boyson a foot race for it for Army. Doesn't make it there in time. It's poked to the middle of the net. In the skates of a couple skaters for each team. Air Force, another centering pass through the slot, now to the near side. There's a big hit down in the corner. Dubinsky on the backhand throwing it across to the far side. Army unable to clear. Stopped again at the point by Air Force. Flipped up to the middle of the ice now. Good play there in the middle by the Air Force defensive core. Looks like it was McMillan stepping down through the middle of the ice to make that play.
Yeah, Air Force applying some pressure here. Army, long shift here, having a hard time. Oh!
And now one deflects in, and it's going to be Ferreira that scores off a weird bounce that flies just over the shoulder of Leiden. 17-23, Air Force has regained the 3-goal lead.
Yeah, that was kind of one of those awkward little rainbow shots. Not sure what it hit, but it was a nice job by Air Force to apply a lot of pressure, get Army pinned, and it was a low to high, and put it on net, and just a weird one finds the back of the net for Air Force.
Center ice face-off. Set to ensue here. One back by Army. Thrown off the near side wall. Thomas looking to carry it forward into the middle of the ice. Stripped off of his stick by Gatto. Down on the near side, Robinson with possession. Trying to get it through into the slot on his forehand. Sunby taking a hit down in the corner. This game continuing to be physical. 17 minutes remaining in the second.
Yeah, you got a couple bodies down there, and they're very aggressive. Ooh, and now that was a slew foot.
Yeah, that was a big-time trip that goes uncalled. It allows Army to come down the other way. Into the corner, centering attempt on the back door was Boone, and he's not able to finish that off. Now a huge hit in the corner against one of the Army forwards.
Man, if that would have gone in for Army, I don't think Air Force would have been too happy, especially with that missed penalty in the offensive zone for him. So thankfully, and probably for the fans as well, that puck stays out of the net.
Definitely letting them play now. Robinson, shot towards the net, knocked aside by Leiden. Boyce throwing it around to the far side. Coming down the wall is Venable. He throws it down low in the corner. Centering attempt, looking for Hogan. Him and Porter battling. Hogan hangs on to possession. Nice pass back to Venable in the middle. Block shot there by Boyce. Army clears the zone. Air Force with possession at the red line. Venable, another shot from the forehand, deflects wide, in to collect his own rebound, and he throws one just to the short side of the net.
Isaac, the rebounds in this game are huge. I mean, there's been quite a few of them, and unfortunately for either side, just not able to hit the net out after him on those good second chances.
Now Air Force is off sides, and so this one's going to be blown dead with 15:39 remaining in the second period. Air Force still up by 3 goals.
Well, Army's going to need to get going here. 4-1, 15 minutes left in this second period. They haven't really had much on the Air Force netminder. They're going to have to clean it up a bit and keep getting chippy with it. I mean, that's kind of their strength right now in this game. They've done a nice job of it, but they got to crash that net and get pucks deep and keep going till the whistle.
Jedlicki clearing out to the neutral zone. Chipped the other way briefly by Army. Now he comes across, takes a hit in the middle of the ice. Loose puck to the far side. Centering attempt, rebound loose, and they score. It's Jedlicki making it a 4.
Telling Army they need to do it, and Air Force goes right down. Not even 20 seconds later, puts it in the back of the net. Was that Dubinsky?
No, I think it'll be Jedlicki that ends up getting credited with the goal, though Dubinsky goes through the line first. Dubinsky getting the shot from the far side. There's a nice pass in front of the net, and Jedlicki coming right down the middle of the ice, able to tap one home.
Well, it's waking the crowd. I'm not sure if those are Air Force or Army guys cheering up there, but they're pretty loud, and I'm loving to see it.
Back behind the net, Leiden trying to get a... Army looking to clear the zone, and it's fired right into the Air Force bench, so a stoppage of 15:02 now left in the second period.
Yeah, looking for that little chip play, and thankfully that didn't hit anyone in the face there. It kind of came out with some heat, and a couple players, I think a couple don't even have the visor on, if I'm seeing that right.
A couple barefaced bandits laying around on the bench.
Careful there. I did that for 6 games in men's league, and then got hit in the schnoz and put that cage right back on.
Never again.
Yep.
Thrown down the ice by Army. Out of the net to stop it is Gottschall. Now a shot just wide. Rebound loose on the back door. It was Thomas. That one bounces over his stick. Air Force able to clear.
Yeah, unfortunately for Thomas, that puck just... he couldn't get good wood on it.
Battle ensuing to the near side. Thrown in front temporarily by Air Force. Long pass by Army out to the middle of the ice. Orton with it. Forehand shot right into the stomach of Gottschall. He'll hang on with 14:28 remaining in the second.
Orton, a nice job on there collecting that puck on the red line. It was against the grain. He does a nice little spin play, gets a nice shot off for a big offensive zone face-off for the Army team here. And 5-1, it's running from him, but you know, just a couple shots and you're back in the game.
Puck down low on the near side to the point. Bound a shot. This one deflects way up, takes a weird bounce off the back wall. Air Force looking to clear, and they do. Coming down 2-on-2. Cotto, and we're going to have a penalty coming up. And this one is almost certainly going to be against Army for a splash.
Oh, I thought we were getting a little tilly there, Isaac. I thought we were going to have a go for it.
Yeah, and it's actually Air Force. I was wrong. The reason they end up blowing it dead as Air Force touches it, and then I thought they were blowing it when it bounced off of Army. One of the Army forwards skating towards the bench, he got hit blocking the dump attempt right in the stomach.
Well, Army has a good opportunity here. Just 6 minutes into the second period and a power play on some pretty fresh ice. Hopefully they can convert one and get this deficit to only 3 goals.
Thrown up the wall. Bound will stop it. Back down to the near side. Thomas looking to send it over to the far side wall. Unable to do so, and Air Force clears one all the way down. Bound there on his forehand to Thomas. Thomas is going to allow Cohen to come down and collect. Now tipped back to Thomas. Pinched off by Hogan. And loose puck to Hyatt. He throws it right up the middle. Back to the Army blue line.
Both teams kind of have trouble getting in that zone and getting the puck set up. When they have that in-zone face-off, it helps them a lot. But once Air Force does a really nice job of clearing the puck on almost every power play.
And now a shot goes in for Army. They score as the rebound was loose to the near side. And it looks like it was number 77, Zach Orton, tapping in a rebound, bringing this game back down to 3, 5-2 in favor of Air Force.
Yeah, that's huge. 5-2, getting back in the game. A little momentum for Army. They looked a little flat for a while, so that's a big old power play goal, and unfortunate for Air Force where they didn't think they deserved a penalty on it. So good job on Army to put that puck in the back of the net.
Both Army goals coming on the power play. They now look to chip it down to the far side corner. Held out in the neutral zone, however. Boyce across the blue, knocked away from him. Through the skates of Dubinsky. Circling around now is Army. A shot towards the net deflects wide. Looks like one of the Air Force defensemen lost his stick. Well, he collects that. Army sends it from their blue line. This one will go back behind the goal line. No icing. They either got tipped or they're going to say Air Force could have touched that one up. Now Dubinsky through the middle. Poked away from him up near the blue line. Army sending it the other way. Into the zone comes Mo. Back check from Monfro, able to knock him off of possession. Held in at the point by Army, however. Ferreira, far side, backhand. Held at the hash mark. Chipped back to the corner. Monfort up the far side wall. And now Dubinsky stepping forward, trying to clear. Unable to do so. Monfort regaining a loose puck. Turns and fires it up the near side wall on his forehand. Comes out to neutral ice. Cruz sends it across to the far side. Takes a weird bounce, and now Boyce is going to have to go handle it at his own blue. He sends it all the way down. Again, no icing. Air Force to dig it out of the corner. Into the middle of the ice, Jedlicki with a turnover. Loose puck in front, and Monfort sends it away from the net. Now Robin.
Really nice clear there. That was that puck just sitting on the doorstep. Monfort doing a nice job to get it out of danger.
Couple hits going back and forth here in the neutral zone. Cotto carrying it to the far side. Now down to the corner, centering attempt. Takes a bounce off the skate of one of the Army defenders and goes into the corner. Both teams duking it out now down low. Army sending it up the wall. And a huge hit is held, stands up a man in Mo up at the point. They're going to continue to push back and forth. Army dumping it down the other way. We have an icing call against Army. And it looks like Mo was actually the one trying to initiate contact there. And now Held is letting the Army fans down along the glass. No, that was a big-time play by the Air Force defenseman.
I think the only reason the officials didn't call that one is because, like you said, Mo was going to go truck that guy, and instead he's flat on his back on the ice there. Biggest hit of the game by far, and just absolutely flattens him.
Held at the point, goes to the far side, deflects over to the net. Got some Army fans down here along the wall. They're absolutely letting Held hear it up near on the near side point. Back around to the far side, Army will poke it. This one goes all the way down. Racing for it is Army. Unfortunately, this is not junior hockey, and that one crossed the goal line, so it's an icing against Army. They would actually pick that one up if this was hybrid icing.
Hey, those Army fans yelling at help there. I mean, he's got to love that. That's got to be fuel. He just absolutely demolished one of their players, and standing there on the blue, he's got to love that from the Air Force fan, or Army fans, sorry.
Face-off won by Air Force, but it'll leave the zone. Hyatt back to collect. Sent across to the far side. Scheisse up the wall. Picked up by Hogan. He steps past a man. 3 on.
Seemed like a bit of a muff there, but regardless, it was a good scoring chance and nice job by Army goalie to keep that puck out of the net.
Face-off to come to the right of Leaded. Gott winning the face-off for Army. Quickly taken away from his defenseman, however, as Scheisse now will dump it in from the point for Air Force. Puck to the near side. Kept it at the point by Hyatt. He gets one on net that deflects, and now Army turning and firing this one all the way down and icing against Army with 10:26 left in the second period. Hyatt almost with his second of the night.
Yeah, Hyatt with a nice clean shot there through a couple of bodies and finds its way to the net. Nice save by Army goalie.
Face off on the other side of Leaded now. Puck controlled by Air Force. Hyatt, a slap shot from the point, bounces just wide. Mendez on the back door looking to stuff it in. He hits. One of the Air Force forwards takes a cross check square in the back.
Yeah, Hyatt, you know, he really likes to get aggressive there on that blue. He loves to shoot that puck. We've seen him shoot it quite a few times tonight, and one of them was a goal.
So Army headed back to the box. Interference called against Gott with 10:03 left in the second period. Army a little bit of momentum here through the middle part of the second period. Maybe a chance for Air Force to get one back and regain the stranglehold they had early in the middle frame.
Yeah, you said it. Army had some momentum. Hopefully this doesn't kill it for them. Hopefully they can kill this penalty off. It's 2 minutes, and Air Force had a pretty nice power play tonight. So Army's got a big task in front of them, but hopefully they can withstand it and keep going.
Jedlicki picking up a puck from behind the goal line. Dubinsky now a turnover. Army coming down the near side. Cohen stops with it. Shot knocked away by Gottschall.
Oh, really nice shot, nice save, and a rebound there for Army on the doorstep. Just bounced over the stick there.
Air Force back the other direction. They're going to be able to set it up in offensive territory. To the point. Shot wide of the net. Jedlicki will recollect near side. Down in the butterfly. Rebound up to Monfort. Turning around is Brown of the Army Defensive Corps. Sends it all the way down the ice. Minute killed off the penalty. Venable. He's going to take a hit from Schmoot, and that will mean that it's going to be a 5-on-3 opportunity for Air Force now with 9:04 left in the second period and a minute still left in the penalty against Gott.
Maybe one of the softer body checking penalties we've seen tonight, but Scoggins, he saw it the whole way. We could see it from here. He was just tracking right towards that Air Force player and wasn't even trying to play the puck there, so an easy call for him.
This is a big time chance for Air Force. Army going to need a big kill to hang in this game. Porter will take the face-off to the right of Leadon. Air Force trying to get a late change. Held is going to be forced to stay out on the ice. Face-off won by Air Force. Goes past the stick of Held. He recollects near side, sends it down low. Army, aggressive PK here. Hogan holding it up on the point. Sends it down to the corner, centering pass, and it bounces over the stick of Hyatt. He recollects on the point, turns, and sends it in.
Isaac, a huge moment in the game for both teams. You know, Air Force can really start to run away with it with the goal here, and Army maybe a little momentum to kill a 5-on-3. So I hope for their sake they can get it done.
Pass to Hyatt, and he almost was able to make a connection on the back door. Loose puck Sent out of the zone by Army, however. 20 seconds remaining in the penalty against Gott, with Air Force remaining. Leadin's going to get collided into. Net comes off its moorings. A stoppage with 8:20 remaining in the middle frame.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Air Force driving hard to the net and a couple tangled skates. Army goes down and knocks the net off, but that's okay. We're going resetting with the face-off for Army in their defensive zone, and a big one here. 17 seconds left on this 5-on-3. Hopefully you can kill that and get back to the 5-on-4 and go from there.
Orton taking the face-off for Army. Lost back to the Air Force point, however. Hyatt, a saucer pass to Ferreira. Shot. Good save there by Leadin. That one took a bounce in front. He hangs on with 8 seconds now left in the penalty against Gott. 8:11 left in the second.
Yeah, I think some nice vision there by Hyatt. He wanted to tee that thing up for a clap bomb, but in the corner of his eye sees Air Force forward on the back door. Nice little sauce pass and a good save by the Army goaltender.
Face-off won by Army this time, sent up to the point. 1 second left in the penalty against Gott. Now he's out of the box. We're to 5-on-4 hockey on the back door for area, and he fires one right off the crossbar and out. Army catches a break. All the way back to the Air Force defensive blue line as Hyatt is there to collect. Sends it up to Ferreira. Drops it through the middle of the ice, turned over. Here comes Army the other way. Orton. Poked away from him by Hyatt. At the point, Gott sending one towards the net, deflects back to the near side corner. Pass over to the far side. Ferreira able to get it past a man. Shots, glove save by Leadin. He's collided into, and now intentional contact, and Leadin checking in with Ferreira.
Yeah, that's okay. I think Ferreira probably could have tried to get out of the way, but backside of his shift, I think he's just sliding that one out. Didn't care what he was hitting, so. Army, and that'd be huge if they can escape this. A 5-on-3, 5-on-4 for a couple of huge minutes and keep this game at 3-goal deficit.
Jed Licky, a shot deflected on net. Leadin again. This someone's bucket's flown off. And now both these guys are going to remain tied up. And now they are both most likely going to be done for the night, it looks like.
You gotta love to see it. Air Force, one of their better players. I hope he's not done for the night. I hope it's just he's sitting for a little while. Let him play. But over the Air Force player in the box here.
Yeah, and they both pointed out, but the only call there is going to be 2 minutes for roughing each side, so the officials are going to let them play here. There is an absolute pack of Army fans over, just letting McLavy hear it from the box as now the captains come together with the officials.
I wonder if the Army player, if he would have had a visor on, I wonder if there would have been more fists flying. The Air Force player kind of just putting him in a headlock a little bit, not trying to do much, doesn't want to be punching that solid cage there, so.
7:18 left in the period. We've got 3 Army guys currently inside the box. 1 for Air Force. Another 2 minutes on the board for Army, so it looks like they're going to receive an extra penalty here. And just when they were about to kill off the remainder of the penalty against Smoot, they are going to have another 5-on-3 to kill off for 15 seconds, and then after that, another minute 45 of 5-on-4.
Yeah, this is huge for Army. It's super hard to play down. They've been down for a majority of this period, so they're doing a nice job on the kill, but eventually it starts to eat at you, and their goalie doing a nice job making saves, and they just announced the penalties, and the fans are going pretty nuts here.
Pass down to the near side, and now back up to the point. Monfroer from the point. Nice block there by Cohen. He might be sprung for a breakaway. Air Force defense having to get back and keep that from turning into a big shorthanded opportunity for Army. Defense recollect a shot, and it's on net. and it's going to be frozen there by Gottschall. Army able to kill off the 5-on-3. 1:37 left on the kill, however, with 6:55 remaining in the second period. And Army still trailing by 3 goals.
Isaac, we got 2 Army players in the box. What's the reasoning there? Do you have any idea?
So I think it's Skidmore and McLevy for Air Force that are both in there on the coincidental minor roughings, and then Cruz receiving an extra one for a cross check.
Okay, just nothing on the board.
I don't have my online score sheet for this game. I have to wait till after the period when Lisa hands me the sheet. And now Air Force looks like they might be heading to the box. Big hit over in front of the official. Air Force, if they weren't getting a penalty before, they're definitely getting one now. It's going to be held coming to the box, and the Army fans already have showed their ire with him this period.
Yeah, Orton getting hit up high, one of the Army goal scorers tonight, and Air Force kind of questioning it. I'm not sure exactly why. It was pretty obvious.
Yeah, that one looked like a penalty.
Yeah, for sure.
Of all the hits that were called,
getting pretty chippy here.
That one looked like a penalty. So a double minor against Held. He had the initial call, and then he receives another 2 minutes for the hit on Orton. 4-on-4 for 1:20, barring any other events, and then Army an extended power play. As it's iced down by Air Force, it'll come back to their DN. 6:31 remaining in the second.
Isaac, I love the energy of this game right now. You have a lot of scrums, and it's really just awakening the fans here at the Bend. It's been a little bit quiet with all these power plays and penalty kills going on, so it's nice to see everyone breaking out here and standing up in the arena here.
On the far side, Air Force clears the zone for area. Tied up with in the middle alongside Boone. Now he chips it forward for Orton. Shot deflected away by the Army defense into the corner. Orton tied up with. 2-on-2 down alongside the hash mark. Turns into a 3-on-2. It's Ferlette coming down to help out. Army still battling for possession. Comes up to the point. Bit of a misplay there by the Army defense. Boone will have to come collect it at his own blue line. Nice move through his legs. He steps forward across the offensive blue now. Stops with it to the middle of the ice. Shot. Blocked shot by Hyatt. Deflects back to the near side. Coming up the middle of the ice now is Air Force in white. Down to the near side. Cotto takes a hit from Bound. And now Bound still battling with Cotto down for possession in the corner. Loose puck to the middle. It's going to be Porter coming out with it. Porter steps across the blue. Shot up over the net. To the far side, Boyce. 3 seconds left in the penalty against Cruz. He's going to come out of the box, and Army's on the power play. 5:16 left in the second period. Loose puck to Porter. Shot. Saved there by Gottschall, and Air Force clears it all the way down.
A heavy shot there on a miscommunication by Air Force, and a big 1T on Army's part, and a nice save by the Air Force goaltender.
Dubinsky sending it down to the corner. The Army defense looking to work it out. Poked away there from Boyce. Dubinsky goes back into the corner. A shot. Short side of the net. Rings around the far side. Into the skates of Porter. He carries it out of the zone, but not past the Air Force defense. They dump it back in. 2 minutes remaining in the penalty against Held now. McLevy and Skidmore set to come out of the box at the next whistle with the coincidental minor penalties. Air Force battling shorthanded to get possession in the offensive zone. Army trying to poke it away. Down to the corner. It's Cruz. Up to Orton. This could be a 2-on-1 for Army. Bounces over the stick. But now right back to Orton. Shot right into the chest of Gottschall. He'll hang on. 4:13 left in the second. 1:36 left in the Army power play.
Hey, my name is First Lieutenant Zach Orton. I'm from New Jersey. I'm a 19 Alpha.
So now taking the face-off for Army. It's one out, and Skidmore circling around with it. He's pressured hard with Air Force shorthanded, but this turns into a 3-on-2 for Army the other way. It's Thomas up near the top of the zone. Pass up into the skates, and now coming the other way is Hogan. He kicks it forward. Skidmore on the back check. Hogan, forehand shot. Glove saved by Leiden. He stops it there with 3:49 left in the second.
Yeah, pretty routine save there for the Army goalie. It was a miscommunication down low by Army, and Air Force goes the other way, and pretty easy save there. So minute 11 left on the power play for Army, and they need to get one here and get within 2.
Air Force poking the face-off forward. And it's going to be held by McClavey. He just skates all the way back into his own zone with it, kills some more time off, then dumps it all the way down. Really smart play there on the PK for McClavey.
Yeah, he had nothing on this blue line. Just take it all the way back, just kill that time, because like we've said all day, it's been special teams tonight, and Air Force trying to get this penalty killed.
44 seconds left in the penalty against Held. Army looking to clear. Jedlicki coming down the near side wall, trying to send it back to the corner. Mo coming out of the corner with it, however. Skated to the far side, across the blue, slap shot, wide of the net. Army looking to regain possession on the near side. 2-on-1 in the corner, 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Zaliski trying to fight for possession down low. He's taken down as both teams going back and forth. Now sent up to the top of the circle. Miscue by Army. They send it out of the zone. That'll do it for the Army power play as Held comes out of the box. Good kill there for Air Force. Both teams having to kill off some power plays, looking good special teams defensively at least. 2:30 now left in the second period. Dubinsky looking to chase out Boone from behind the net. It's flipped off the glass for Area, gloving it at his own bench. Sent to the far side wall. Smoot tied up with by Dubinsky. He goes down. Puck sent back to Ferreira. Gets it on his backhand, sends it down low.
Army with 2 minutes left. It'd be really huge if they could just get one in and head it in the locker room just down 2. They've had a pretty nice period so far with all things considered. You know, they were on the kill for quite a while. I know they had their power play chances, but for a long time, about 6 minutes, they were killing that period.
Remember, Air Force leading 3-1 after the first period. Army a chance to make the deficit the same going into the third. Porter throwing one deflects wide, and now coming back as the Air Force defense. 2-on-2 scrum in the corner broken up with as Dubinsky comes the other way. Dubinsky on his forehand, lots of room, and he scores. Dubinsky chipping it up over the shoulder of Leadon. A really nice shot there for the Air Force captain. The score is now 6-2 Air Force with 1:27 left in the second period.
Yeah, Dubinsky does a nice job, gets over the blue line, real poised with the puck, looking for his options, ends up going down that left side and tucks it right past the Army goaltender. Actually just barely hitting the water bottle on that one. A nice little slippery shot there to put him up by 4, score of 6-2 with a minute and a half left in the second.
Held getting the puck on defense, sending it out to the neutral zone. Becker picking it up for Air Force, looking to step across the blue line, unable to do so. Here comes Army the other way. Possible 2-on-1, Thomas on his backhand to the far side, and Orton would have had a chance to bat it in. He was tied up with by the defense, and now a pass by Army heads all the way down the ice. Coming out of the net to stop it is Leadon.
Nice pass.
Yeah, nice pass by the Army goaltender as Orton throwing one towards the net. Knocked aside by Gottschall. Centering attempt on net, puck still loose on the back door, and Army scores. And again, it's going to be Zach Orton making this game a 3-goal game once again with just 44 seconds left in the second period.
Yeah, really nice job to stay on it. A couple huge shots by Army, and the puck's loose, and they just keep jamming. There was no one on Air Force clearing the Army players out there, and they just jammed till that puck found the back of the net. So a really nice job. 44 seconds left to get you back within 3.
Orton off a face-off win, flipping it in on the backhand. Held, back to collect. On his forehand, he rolls it up the far side wall, kept in at the point by Army. In the middle of the ice, a shot attempt by Cohen. Rebound loose and sent just wide of the net. Near side wall, past Bound. This one's going to trickle into the Army end. Robinson racing for it. Leadon's out there, trying to send a pass up the far side wall. Cotto, a centering attempt into the skates of one of his forwards. Puck loose back down to Cotto in the near side corner. Sent out by Air Force as they attempted to hit a man at the point. 7 seconds remaining in the second period. Air Force sending it up the near wall. And that's going to do it for the middle frame. Collision between Cohen and Cotto there at the end. takes us into the second intermission. Air Force up by a score of 6-3 after 2. We're going to take a break. When we come back, our second period stats and analysis and the start of the third period, so don't go anywhere. You're watching the Anchorage Wolverines live broadcast, bringing you the Army Air Force game this afternoon at the Bend. Your score again after 2 periods of play is Air Force 6, Army 3. Welcome back to the Anchorage Wolverines live broadcast here, showing you the final period of the Army Air Force game from the Ben Boeke. Isaac Smolden joined by Danny Ramsey. Our second period stats, Air Force again out shooting Army, and they scored 3 more goals. Dubinsky picks up 1, as does Venable and Monfort. For the Army, both goals coming from Orton, tapping 2 home to keep his team in it. Army trails by 3 with 20 minutes remaining in regulation. Danny, we're through 40 minutes of play now. What's Army have to do to try to get back and tie this one up?
Well, I think they're going to keep rolling with the chippiness that they've brought all night. I think they just have to stay out of the box, playing down. They had so many penalties last period. Playing down like that is pretty tough to do for that long. So Army's going to give it all they got, I think. It's going to be pretty chippy here, and we should have a good game.
Air Force up the far side of the ice now. Army getting a change in net. Monfort a shot, knocked away by Orton. Almost cleared by Cohen. Loose puck. Neutral zone. Cohen back for it. Now up to Orton. Trying to step it past a man, unable to do so. Knocked out of the air with a high stick by Monfort. Touched up. It'll come back to the Air Force defensive end with 19:25 remaining in the third period. If you're in the Anchorage area, don't forget the Wolverines playing here next to the Ben at 7 o'clock. Still enough time to make it down to the rink in person, or you can watch us exclusively on Hockey TV starting at 7 o'clock as the Wolverines just 6 games left in the regular season, looking for another 2 points against the visiting Chippewa Steel. The Midwest Division standings continuing to tighten here with teams looking to make the playoffs. Big hit by Air Force, but it's between 2 of their own players. That allows Army to come up with it clean near the point. Shot blocked through the legs of Boone. Here comes Air Force with a potential 3-on-0. They're going to remain off sides. Pass to the middle of the ice. Dubinsky on the back door, and Air Force scores.
Oh, and as he scored it, that Air Force forward gets absolutely dumped by an Army player. Hopefully he's all right down there.
Yeah, God is heading instantly to the box, as they're going to say that one occurred after the goal was scored. So
yeah, maybe a little frustration by the Army player, just not liking that puck going in the net and just going straight for the body of the Air Force guy.
It's the first goal allowed by Lance Bortot as Army's changed up the goaltenders. It'll be scored for Air Force by number 27, that's for Lott.
And here comes Hyatt coming in talking to the refs, as he is one usually, and it's always pretty funny to watch a ref go talk to his little ref buddies and see what's going on, getting that inside scoop.
19:02 remaining in the third. Air Force now up 7-3 and got in the box for 2 minutes.
Well, Army down 7-3 now with the PK. Is one thing I said, I don't think they need to be on the PK here this period, trying to mount a comeback.
Orton, 2 goals so far tonight, and now Air Force is going straight into the box as Orton takes a dump from McClavey. He's going to go to the box, 2 minutes for roughing. Both of them coming together in front of the penalty boxes. A couple, there's a little slashing both ways there in the leg pads as both of them head to the bench.
Yeah, a little bit of lip reading there too. I'm not sure if you saw it, but nothing good on the Air Force guy's part. Pretty upset he's getting a penalty for that one.
Thing continuing to stay chippy. Another big hit down on the near side as Air Force clears it down the ice. 4-on-4 hockey, 18:38 remaining. Orton coming into the zone, shot barely knocked away by the Air Force goaltender, that's Gotcha.
Yeah, and Air Force has a player that was down for a while. Oh, and now a huge hit right to the face, and it's getting really chippy here in the third period, just a minute and a half in.
And now Orton takes a cross-check in retaliation right in front of the Air Force net. We may have penalties here on either side. Orton was already heading to the box for that high hit on Scheisse.
Well, yeah, I don't think Air Force was happy at all. They had a player down in their own zone for a long time, and they were trying to get the attention of the official to blow the whistle because he seemed to be pretty banged up, and now it looks like he's getting some attention from the Wolverines training staff. And here's an Army player. He's getting sent out of the game. They're kicking him out here with, I believe it's Orton. and they need him to mount a comeback. I know it's 7-3, but a lot of time, and chippiness picking up to a new level.
Yeah, and he's getting completely tossed, looks like.
Probably rightfully so. It looks like it was pretty dirty there. We saw, I'm not sure if you saw it, but I saw hands. I don't know if it was hands or elbows or stick, whatever it was, hit the Air Force player right in the face.
Yeah, it looked
wasn't looking nice.
As Air Force was coming in, Orton's left arm extends out, and it might have been Hyatt that was down on the ice.
Oh, bummer. I believe it was Hyatt.
They're going to discuss things over in front of the referee's crease. Orton finally getting sent down the tunnel. That's it for his night. He'll end the night with 2 of Army's goals. Army going to need someone to serve the penalty.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I mean, Army kind of needs Orton. He's had a nice night, a lot of shots, probably leads the team in shots. Pretty offensive here the whole game, and with 7-3 and chippiness factor hitting here hard now, we'll have to see how the rest of the game carries out.
I think the officials trying to settle both teams down here. Do they know we're playing a game in like less than 2 hours?
I don't know, but I don't think either of these teams really care about anything but this game. I mean, they are totally bought in. The fans are bought in, and it's been a heck of a night here. And it looks like the Army, that's a 5-minute major, so real unfortunate, especially with how Air Force power play has been clicking. And we saw it last night in our game. You know, Wolverines ended up pumping 3 on the power play on that 5-minute major. So I'm curious to see if Air Force can do the same thing.
Dubinsky will take the face-off. It's going to come to the right of Bartok. Thrown forward and up out of play by the Army defense. A quick stoppage with 18:15 remaining in the third.
This is the most amazing military game I've ever seen. Who's having a good time?
Air Force is going to get at least a partial change. Remaining out there on the 4-on-3. Hogan comes to the dot to take the face-off now for the boys in white. One back against Cohen, controlled at the point by Air Force. Jedlicki, cross to the far side, held by Hogan, pressured by Cohen, throwing it into the back of Cohen on his backhand. Cotto, a shot, knocked aside there by Army.
Oh, Isaac, we got a goalie change. I'm not sure if we mentioned that or if I'm just not paying attention.
You're just not paying attention.
Yeah, Army with the new goalie.
It.
It's my first time seeing that.
41 seconds remaining in the penalty against Gott, and now Air Force is going to score. Kind of a weird bounce, and it looks like might be either Cotto or Hogan scoring for the Air Force squad. That means that Gott is out of the box. It'll remain 4-on-4 for another 49 seconds. Currently 4:19 remaining in the major penalty against Orton.
Yeah, I believe that was Cotto. He's right in the slot there, just tries to throw it on net, hits an Army player and ends up going in 5-hole behind the Army goalie. So they extend their lead to 5 here with 17:30 left in the third.
Held up to Cotto. Attempts to hit a man back at the circle with a pass. Army in on the forecheck, creates a turnover. Shot from the point. Deflected on net, and Gottschall coming up with the freeze. 17:19 left in the third.
Isaac, what are you thinking? You think Army's going to keep going the way they've been with this chippiness level? I mean, it's 8-3. There's essentially a whole period left here, but are you thinking the chippiness factor is going to stay where it's at?
Well, every time we have one of these big come-togethers or big penalties, it seems like things kind of back down for a couple minutes, and then, you know, maybe 7-8 minutes later, it just ramps right back up again. I think we're due for one more incident before the end of the third period here.
Yeah, I do as well, and I think the fans are looking forward to that. Their Army not having much to root for, being down 8-3, but here's
a break. Cohen coming off a breakaway chance now in front. He's tripped on the play as he crashes into the wall. Air Force is going to be assessed a penalty, and they've given the sign for the penalty shot.
Yes, baby, that's what we need here. Army needs this.
Cohen taking his time getting up. Big chance for Army to decrease the lead here with 16:48 left.
Short-handed penalty shot here. What a fast break there by the Army forward.
Yeah, and getting back to your point there before the breakaway, this is some old school hockey, which is surprising because it's supposed to be a no-check game, but that's been anything but for the majority of this contest.
Yeah, that's what's wild for a game that's no checking. I mean, this is one of the most physical games that's been played in the Bend.
Ben Cohen, the captain for Army, set to go down for the penalty shot. Puck at the red line. Squaring up against Gottschall. He comes up the near side of the ice on his forehand. Holds it at the hash mark. Steps to the forehand shot. He scores! A big goal there for Army. The game now 8-4. Still in favor of Air Force, but Cohen getting his second of the night on the penalty shot.
Yeah, that was awesome. What a nice move, and giving the Army fans and the Army team some life here. I know just to our left, Isaac, I saw a bunch of fans cheering, and you got to love to see it. 17 minutes left. They're short for 3.5 more minutes, but one shorty there really helps out in 8-4 game.
Face-off won back by Air Force. They control it at the top of the circle. Long pass touched into the zone by Ferreira. Stopping it behind the net is Bortot. To the far side, Dubinsky comes down looking to gain possession. Centering pass in front. Army defense able to clear. Up to the point, Monfort comes over, keeps it in the zone. Far side, Ferreira to the point. Scheisse back to Monfort. Shot, save, and the rebound backdoor. Air Force scores.
Yeah, that's how you counter it. You come back with that big power play unit and rebounds all night for either side, and a lot of them result in a goal. So nice job with Air Force to get that lead back to 5.
Man, if you're looking over here to the right, over here on the right side, bunch of Army and Air Force fans all having a good time. I mean, they're screaming at each other, but there's a lot of smiles, so I assume it's a good time, right?
Yeah, sorry, Isaac. I'm trying to read some lips of those guys. I'm seeing how mad at
I don't know if we're allowed to read lips.
Yeah, I know. We got to stop that.
15:36 left in the third period. Looks like we're going to run time. We're coming up against the hard clock. Things have drug on a little bit longer than I think the rink staff was originally planning on, with just the amount of penalties and goals, incidents, all that stuff. So
Isaac, I'm reading into the game within the game, and that's these fans you pointed out. I don't think they were messing around with each
and a
other.
nice goal in the back door from Hogan. He taps one home. Yeah, and at this point, I'm almost more interested in what's going on in the stands over here.
Yeah, a couple
on our right.
salty ones in there, and they don't seem too happy with each other. But Air Force, like you said, another power play goal, and that's what happens when your team goes on a 5-minute power play. You can keep pumping them as many as you want, and it's unfortunate. It was Orton, one of their goal scorers for Army, and just getting ejected from the game with that 5-minute, not something you want to see.
So another center ice face-off. Solid baseball score we got going on here.
Yeah.
Air Force coming down, shot deflects up and over the net as Bortot able to make the stop. 14-17 now left in the third.
Wow, only 6 minutes have gone by here, Isaac. This has been a drug-out third period so far.
We're run time now too,
Yeah,
and it's still just
needed for sure.
There's so many stoppages, just guys going back and forth. I mean, goals from both teams so far here in the third period. It's going to remain action-packed all the way up to the end of this game for sure. Air Force sending it down the ice. Icing going to be waved off. Picked up behind the goal line by Army. Long pass intended for Porter. This one's going to go the length of the ice. Out of the net to stop it is Gottschall. Trying to get it up the near side wall now. Air Force able to break the puck out. The penalty assessed against Orton going to expire. Kyle set to come out onto the ice. Just 10 seconds left in the major penalty. Good pass into the middle for Held now. He throws one towards the net. Rebound loose. Shot deflects up and out. Army back to full strength.
Isaac, you gotta love seeing the dive head first shot block there.
We got an Army player down on the near side. Looks like it might have been Porter, and I didn't actually see any sort of hit there. I think he might have caught either a puck or just kind of an incidental collision here on the near side. So play stopped with the clock running as he'll get looked at now.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right. We can't see anything because all these kids up front, you know, they're right on the glass. They're loving the game. They're having a bunch of fun, and hopefully everyone out there is okay.
Yeah, Porter able to make it back to the bench on his own power, so looks like he's doing all right. Face-off won by Air Force, never reaches the net. A shot by Sundry goes wide. Now another shot deflects up and into the corner. Good play on the point by Held, keeps possession alive for Air Force. Loose puck now back to the near side. Another attempt towards the net by Sunby, and it's cleared out by Army. Here comes Cohen. All 4 of the Army goals scored by just 2 forwards. Cohen has 2. Orton received a 5-minute major this period. A shot on net. Gottschall with the save. Rebound loose on the near side. Cotto looking to clear it out, and does. Recollected by Army at the top of the circle.
Isaac, it's getting pretty chippy again. I like to see it.
They're ramping right back up. Boone down the near side, trying to step it past Held, unable to do so. Good play by the Air Force defenseman. Puck loose behind the goal line, however. Army recollects to the point. Shot, deflects just wide. Picked back up by the boys in black, but Air Force going to take it away, and now Becker just losing an edge right in the middle of the ice. The Army fans along the glass letting him hear about it. Air Force looking to clear up the far side wall. Chipped back forward. In the neutral zone, both teams fighting for possession. Mo is finally going to end up with it. He carries it across the blue line and over to the far side. Poked away from him and sent all the way down by Air Force. Mendez racing towards that one. Now he's going to have to skate all the way back. Air Force not able to make it there in time. Under 11 to play now with time still running down in the third period. Air Force up 10-4.
Yeah, I'd like to see Army get on the board a couple more times. It's not so much this third period, you know, just that penalty shot goal, but you never want to see the game get too out of hand, so it'd be nice to see Army get a couple more.
Here comes Air Force the other way, however. Shot by Efford, and gloved aside there by Bortot. Defensive zone face-off for Army now. 10 minutes remaining in the third period.
Yep, here's the big line for the Air Force team with the offensive zone face-off. We'll see what they can do. I know they're still trying to pop a few more.
Good win by Dubinsky, back to the point. Verlet to the middle, drops it back down low to Dubinsky. He tries to send it up the wall, no one there, and so Jedlicki will have to come back to his own zone. Out of the net to stop the puck is Gottschall. Now coming into the zone, and we're going to have a couple players coming together with penalties assessed to both players, looks like. Trying to get a read on who it was for Army that was coming down with speed, laid a bit of a hit. Might have been Zaliski. Jedlicki heading to the box for Air Force. Under 10 to play now. Coincidental minor penalties against both teams.
I think Jedlicki might have wanted a little fight there. He seemed a little more excited about it, but the Army player not wanting any smoke.
At this point, there's not a ton of time you'd be missing out on, right?
Nope.
Not that I'm condoning that.
No, they've got their play time in tonight, you know. Only 9 minutes left here.
Boone coming up the near side wall, trying to push it down low. Ferreira trying to help out as well, but we have an offsides call against Army. It'll come back out to the neutral zone. Under 9 to play in the period now.
Oh, and we're getting a goalie change. We're letting Air Force put a new member in net. I'm not sure what number that.
The game looks like it might have been Chapman, number 39 for the Air Force. Gottschall playing a really good game so far. Air Force riding him to what will almost certainly be a win. Now they're looking to maybe let both their other netminders get in on the action for the last couple minutes. Big save there in front by Bortot, and play is frozen with just over 8 minutes left in the third period.
Yeah, I like the move by the coach to put another goalie in net. You know, you're up 10-4 with only 8 minutes left. You know, it's been a pretty fun night here, and the original goalie did his job well, and letting another guy have a go at it. Have a little fun tonight.
Up to the point. Monfort dumping it in to the corner. McLevy into the middle of the ice. Turning and firing one is Venable. Good save there by Bortot. Now Monfort, another shot, another big save by the Army goaltender. Rebound loose on the back door. And Lance Bortot freezing play under 8 remaining in regulation.
Yeah, nice shot by Monfort up top. It just right between forward's legs and found its way to the net, and a nice rebound and a good save by the Army goaltender.
McLevy taking the face-off against Cohen. One to the side by Air Force, but able to make it there in time is the Army D-Corps. Cohen now coming in. Has a man with him. Shot towards the net, knocked aside there by Chapman. Up the far wall. Bone coming down, trying to hold into the zone. Unsuccessful in that attempt. Puck loose in the neutral zone. Poked back to the Army D zone. Pass whiffed on. McLevy clear possession in the slot. He puts on the brakes. Shot saved by Bortot. Puck loose collected by Thomas. He'll look to clear.
Yeah, nice save by Army. I'm not sure if McLevy got all of it on it, but regardless, good save by the Army goaltender.
Scheisse throwing it down the near side wall. Going on the far side, up to Cohen on his backhand. Looks to clear the zone. Held down there by Scheisse, however. Back up the near side wall as Air Force looking to set up possession. Cohen taking a hit in the middle of the ice. Loose puck to the far side, and it's going to be sent all the way down by Skidmore.
Isaac, I'd say Army needs to get as many shots on this fresh goalie. I'm not sure if maybe they only have one right now on him. I'd say shoot everything and try to get a couple more here with just 6 minutes left.
Puck loose behind the Army net. Battle between player from each team. Looks like it's Skidmore getting into it with one of the Air Force players, and now Skidmore is going to end up coming in 2-on-1. Shot on net. This one is wide. Guess that makes it not a shot on net as it rings all the way out for a breakout for Air Force. Army
shot
trying to
towards the net.
Shot towards the net. It was intended on net.
Yes.
Cruz recollecting in his own end. Up the wall looking for Mo. Over his stick, back to Scheisse on the Air Force blue line. Air Force coming in offensively, and a rebound loose on the back door. It's going to be frozen by Bortot.
And both players coming out of the box for either team after that last little scrum there. Just 5 minutes left, and I think the crowd's had a really nice night. I know I have, and hopefully everyone watching on YouTube has as well.
Yeah, it's definitely been a fun experience, a packed house here at the Bend. Hopefully some of this crowd's going to stick around for the next game, too.
I hope the rowdy ones stay. I want that game. I want this Chippewa Anchorage game to be as rowdy as it can be. Anchorage fighting for a huge 2 points, and we need all the help, and the fans help every night for us.
Shot on net, knocked aside by the Army goaltender in Lance Bortot. Battle ensuing near side, sent to the far wall. Kyle looking to dig it out of the zone. McMillan coming in from the blue line. McMillan sending it down low. Army able to turn it around the other way. Back on the ice after taking some time getting up on his last shift is Porter. It's sent back, and Mendez will turn and fire it back out to the neutral zone.
Army, not a lot of time left. I hope they can end up making something happen here. It's 10-4. They've played a nice hockey game, just haven't had the goals they've needed to stay in it.
Monfort on his backhand out to Efford. Efford looking for a pass up to Brunner. Almost turns into a breakaway. Turned around the other way. Back to the Air Force zone. Monfort on his forehand, sending it up the far side wall. Looking for Mendez. Getting a touch on it was one of the Army defensemen. That'll wave off icing. Puck to the near side corner. Held in the zone by Air Force. In the middle. Shot. Save by
There by the Air Force team, and a really nice save, and time winding down, 3.5 minutes, big face-off here, and right now I think we're just playing to finish this game with some safe plays, and I don't think it's going to get too out of hand here. I hope not anyway. We've had a nice night, and hopefully everyone keeps their cool here for the last 3 minutes.
no one with any lasting damage tonight, which is good to see.
Yeah, sometimes,
and I'm not trying to announcer's jinx that either.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, sometimes, you know, it gets a little bad. These teams, so much animosity towards each other. We've seen it tonight. They've had a really good night competing, so it's always nice to see everyone playing a safe, hard game.
Neutral zone face-off, one back to Jed Licky. Miscommunication in the neutral zone for Air Force, turned over to Army. Thomas down the far side on his backhand. Carries it to the goal line, looking to center. Into the middle of the ice, turning, looking for a shot. Big save there by Chapman. Loose puck cleared out behind the net. And now we are going to have a stoppage in play as Air Force is going to be assessed a penalty with 2:25 remaining in the third period.
Yeah, Air Force will be just about short the rest of the game. There's 2:20 left, but with the run clock, you know, it's going to end up making the difference here. And like I said, hopefully Army can get one more and give their fans something to cheer for here.
Going out on the ice, taking the face-off. Up against Dubinsky. Won by Cohen. He's got Mo coming in from the wing. Gets it up to Cruz on the point. Now to the far side. Big one-timer. And it deflects up out of play.
Doing a nice job to get a I don't know whose stick it actually hit, but out of play and 1:40 left for Army. I've said it a couple times now, I just really want them to get one more, make this game 10-5, and hear another crowd cheer for the goal.
Thomas has to narrowly avoid colliding with Mo, but pokes it down to the near side corner with just over a minute remaining. Army looking to set it up one last time and maybe pot one more goal before the end of the period. Great tip on.
There's definitely some room in that 5-hole, but Chapman, a nice job to seal it and get the whistle, and like you said, a really
clock still running here.
Isaac, I like the music during the play. I wonder what that does for them out there.
Feels like playing NHL 3s.
Heck yeah, it's the way to do it.
Thomas collecting the puck in the corner, looking for Cruz on the point. It goes all the way down instead. Bound picking it up, circling to his backhand. He'll come up the near side wall. Bound across the red, across the blue, carrying it to his forehand side. Now as he moves to the corner. Circling to the near side. Gets Cruz up at the point. Drop back down to the hash mark. 20 seconds remaining. To the far side. Cohen. Slap shot. And a bar down goal! Cohen hits the hat trick as time's going to expire with a laser beam of a shot from the far side wall.
Yeah, what a rocket there by Cohen. You know, I think that's a hattie, eh?
That's the hat trick.
Awesome, looks great for him. I'm so glad Army could get one more goal there and give everybody in attendance something to cheer for, and really just a great game, Isaac, all around.
Air Force takes this one by a final score of 10-5 here from the Bend. Don't forget that coming up next on Hockey TV, we've got the Wolverines versus the Steel here from the Bend. 7 o'clock Alaska Standard Time. For everyone here on the broadcast, myself, Isaac Smolden, for Danny Ramsey on color, Mike Cook doing the production, Oscar on the camera. We hope you all have a good rest of your night. From wherever you're watching from, you've been watching the Anchorage Wolverines live coverage of the Army Air Force game here from Anchorage, Alaska. Your final scores again, Air Force 10, Army 5. Until next time, stay safe and go Army and Air Force.
trophy.